Yes. Good morning, student. Yes. Let us start our science class. So that in last class we have studied a new chapter in biology. Yeah. What is that chapter? That is a tissues chapter. In that, we just will recall, student, what we have studied in last class. Simultaneously, I will ask the questions so that you are able to say the answers. Okay. Yeah. Next, first we have studied about the tissue. Next, in that we have studied the definition of tissues. Yes, who will define tissue now? Yeah, the definition of tissue is, yes, absolutely right. The tissues are nothing but it is a group of cells which have the similar structure. All the cells should be in the similar structure. They have worked together to achieve a particular function. That is a tissue. In simply we can say, very simplification of tissue definition is that is a cluster of cells. Okay, we have studied that one. After that we have studied that both the plants and animals are having the tissues. Okay, both the plants and animals are having tissue. So that in last class we have studied the plant tissue. Next, can you tell me the difference between the plant and animal tissues? Yeah, general definition. Before that you have to know that what is the difference between plants and animals. So what is the main difference? Plants are non-motile, but we the human being or animals are moving ones. So that we can say that is a mobile or moving. Motile we can say. Upon that, plants have dead tissues. We studied in last class. They have the dead tissues, and animals are having the active tissue. That is the lively tissues they have. That is the active tissue we have studied. After that, we have studied about the two types of plant tissue. What are the types of plant tissue? That is meristematic tissues and permanent tissue. We have studied that one. Next, we'll recall what is the meristematic tissues. Now tell me, student, what is meristematic tissue? Meristematic tissues are the tissues are continuously dividing, or else they are very active. They have the meristematic activity, that is they are going to divide. Continuously they are going to divide. Yes, can you give the example? We have a number of examples we have listed in last class. Okay, yes. Next we'll move to the permanent tissue. What is the difference between meristematic and permanent? Permanent means nothing but it loses its meristematic activity, or else it does not have any active cells in that. Okay, they are not active like meristematic. They stop their growth. Further division is not there. They are not going further, but they are having the particular functions. Okay, yeah. Next we'll study in detail permanent tissue. We are going to study in today's class. We are going to study permanent tissues in detail. So I will write the heading tissues. In that we have studied tissues. In that we have studied which one? Meristematic tissue we have studied. Today, in today's class, we are going to study about the permanent tissue. I will write. So already we have studied what is permanent tissue. So that we are going to study more about permanent tissue. So I will write the heading permanent tissue. Permanent tissues. Now tell me, student, what is permanent tissue? Permanent tissues are nothing but it does not have any meristematic activity, or else we can say that it is not growing. The cells or tissues are not growing further. So they stop their growth. So, okay, for the better understanding of this concept, we'll do a small activity so that I will show you something. So that you have to tell me now, you have to observe clearly, carefully you have to observe, and you have to tell me that whether that material, that thing what I am showing, it has meristematic or permanent tissue. So that you have to carefully you have to observe. Okay, so I will show you one by one, so that you have to write it in your book and you have to write whether which tissues are there in that one. Okay, first one, what is this? This is a potato. We know that potato. Now tell me, student, can you see anything in this potato? See, there will be a birds in the potato. That is a reproductive part. We know that one. We have studied already in our lower classes. So tell me, student, whether these potatoes are having meristematic tissues or permanent tissue? What your answer? Tell me. Yes, correct. So that is it has a, some are saying that it has meristematic tissue. Yes, some are saying that it has a permanent tissue. So I am saying now both are correct. Two also correct. Your answers are correct because it has both the permanent tissue and meristematic tissue. Now tell me, in which part we can see this permanent tissue and in which part we can see that one, that is a meristematic tissue. Yeah, in which part? See here, this bird, that is a growing part is this one. So here we can see the meristematic tissue. What about this part? Flesh, we can say, what is this part? This part is not further growing, so that it has a permanent tissue. So that today one potato we have, tomorrow if you are going to see that same potato, we can see only one potato. Yes, that is only one potato we can see. If this part is growing means tomorrow it should be two potatoes. So it is not dividing. So only this part, meristematic tissues are dividing tissues. Okay? Yeah. So second example, see, this is a part, small part of a plant it is. So what you can say, whether it has permanent tissue or meristematic? See here we can see the color difference here. In some plants we can see color differentiation in meristematic. In all it is not there. So color is not at all an important part here. It is not at all an important point. But what is your answer? Whether it has a permanent or meristematic tissues? Yes, that is right. So here in this part it is a growth is finished. So we can see here permanent tissue. In this part we can see here also we can see that is a apical part of plants. So here we can see that is a meristematic tissue. Write it? Yes. Next, one more thing I will show you. What is this? Do you know what is this? Tell me student, what is this? Seed of which fruit? Jackfruit. So here, see it is germinating part is there. So now tell me, which tissue you can see in this? What your observation? Yes. Yeah, here we can see permanent tissue, growth is completed. Here we can see the meristematic tissue. Yes. Next, third one I will show, fourth one I will show you. See here, do you know what is this? If you don't know, refer, just write down the scientific name of this one, that is good. Okay, so you have to collect the scientific name of these plants. Okay, so here what is your answer? What is your observation? Yes, it is growing part is there. So here we can see the meristematic tissue. Upon that there is not a growing part. See, this one is. Here we can see the permanent tissue. What about the root? If it is growing, tip of the root, there will be a meristematic. If here this part, we can see that is a permanent tissue. So what about the leaf? If it is a, see in this leaf we can see the permanent tissue. Here the small leaf is growing. Here we can see the meristematic. That is, wherever the growing part is there, that is a meristematic tissue. Okay, there we can see the meristematic tissue. Yes. Next one I will show you. What is this? Do you know the name of this? If you don't know, just refer the name of this one. Okay, this flower. See how nice it is. Now tell me student, what is there in this? Whether it has permanent or meristematic tissue? What is your answer? Write down in your book. So what is this? Yes, it has only permanent tissue. So why you are saying that only it has a permanent tissue? There is no meristematic tissue. Why it is so? Because once the flower is bloomed, once again it is not growing. So once it is bloomed, so next it is not growing. So growth is finished. Stop over there. So that here we can see only the permanent tissue. Next, one more I will show you. See, identify. You have to write it in your book. This one I am not saying whether you can see both or not. What is your answer? You have to write it in your book. Can you see? No? Yeah, here some. See, color change also we can see. So that you have to write. This is your duty to write. You have to write whether it has permanent or not. One more thing I will show you here. What is this? Leaf. Now, can you tell me which type of tissue is there in this? Whether it has permanent or meristematic? So, only one leaf I have. This is
Which type? So correct, it is a permanent tissue. It does not have any meristema because growth is stop over there, no further division or further growth. Yes. One more thing I will show you. See here, do you know this plant? Which is this? So you have to write the name of this plant. If you can, refer the scientific name of this plants. Okay, this plant. What is your answer? What is your observation? Tell me whether it has permanent or meristematic. See here we can see light color change in this plant. Yes, here this part, that is a leaf, this greeny leaf, this big leaf here. See, this one is having permanent tissue. What about this part? This part also having the permanent tissue, but here this is a small growing part. See, two small leaves are there here. So it is having what? So meristematic. In this we can see both. Okay. One more thing I will show you. This flower. What about this flower? You have to write down now. Okay. Similar example already we have discussed, so that you have to write whether it has a permanent or meristematic tissue. Last one more example I will show you. See, in this example, observe clearly. You have to observe. Tell me, student, now whether it has permanent or meristematic tissue. What is your answer? So I will show here. See, in this point, what you can say? In this part, it has a permanent tissue. What about this part? This part, see here, it is growing part. So that this part is having what? Meristematic tissue. Okay, these are the examples. Students, you have to write more and more example. Observe your surrounding, observe different types of plants, and you have to list out all those things and write down in which plant. Make 2 columns and write down in 1 column name of the plant, type of tissue, permanent or meristematic. Just put a tick mark. Okay, that's all. Okay, so that today we are going to study permanent tissue. Now tell me, student, what is permanent? Permanent means nothing but it is not further division is not there. In cells there is no further divisions. So that permanent tissue. In permanent tissues there are 2 categories. They are divided into 2 categories. Okay, in what basis they are categorized? Let me see that one, students. The permanent tissues are classified on the basis of type of cell. Okay, how many cells are there in that? If it is 1 or 2 or more, by seeing that one, the permanent tissues are further classified. They are classified into 2 types. They are simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. What and all? Simple permanent and simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Okay, these are the 2 categories. By seeing what it is classified? By seeing the types of tissues. Okay, types of, or else number of tissues we can say. Okay, here in simple permanent tissue, name itself indicates that simple means what? It have the simple type of tissues because they have only one type of tissues. All the cells are in the similar type. They have similar types of cells. Okay, in complex permanent tissue, we can see more than 2 types of cell, but the function should be same because it is the tissues, group of tissues. So that we are saying that the permanent tissue in the 2 types, simple and complex. Simple means it has a similar types of, same type of, or else one type of cells. In complex permanent tissue, it should have different types of tissues, but the function should be same. Okay? Yes. Next, we are going to study in detail one by one what is simple and what is complex, and we are going to study the further division in simple and complex. Yes. Next, we will see simple permanent tissue and its types. See, simple permanent tissues are categorized into 4 types. They are parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, guard cell and epidermal tissue. I will repeat once again. Parenchyma. You have to pronounce it more than 2 times, then only you can get parenchyma, collenchyma,
sclerenchyma, guard cell and epidermal tissue. These are the 4 types of simple permanent tissues. Next we will study one by one in detail. So that first one is the parenchyma. Parenchyma means it is a group of cells or tissues are providing the support to a plant. Support to a plant. One example I will show you here, student. Look at this example. Here, this is whether, say this plant is straightly, it is a straight plant it is. So, we can say that in this plant there will be a parenchyma because it is in straight. If it is like this means bend or what, it is not having any support or else it is don't have any shape, means we can say that parenchyma is not there. Here, parenchyma providing support to the plant. First point is that it is giving the support to the plant. Next we will see how the cells are arranged in this. The arrangement of cells are, here they have loosely packed cells. What is mean loosely packed cell means what? Have you seen the liquid state? In liquid state you have studied in first chapter 9th class. In that we have studied that the molecules or the atoms are very loosely packed. They have the space between the atoms. Same structure you have to consider here, because here it is similar to that of a gaseous state. In gaseous state it has a large space between the atoms, but here there will be a large space between the cells. That is a different, because it is a biology, that is a chemistry. There it will come atoms, here the term cell will come. So come to know now, I will draw and show you student how it will be. How it will be. See here, one cell, one more cell here, one more cell, one more cell here. Just here see, we can see the large space between the atoms. Here cells. Okay. We can see the large space between the cells. That is the arrangement of cells in parenchyma. Next we will see, they found in non-woody or soft area of the stem, flower, fruits, leaves and roots. Soft areas of these all we can find out. See here, so we can say in this we can see what parenchyma, we can see no. What about these potatoes? In potatoes also we can see the parenchyma, because it is a non-woody or soft areas of stems. Okay, so that we can find in this. What about in this? This jackfruit seed, it is also example, we can find out the parenchyma in this. Okay, next we will move to the fourth point, that is the functions. What is the functions of parenchyma in plants? Yeah, function, stores food, water and nutrients. It stores food, water and nutrients. Now there will be a confusion. Stores food. Which part of the plant is storing food? See here, this is a simple example. Potato is a simple example. Can you give other example? The part of the plants which is going to store the food items. What are those? Beetroot we can say. Carrots we can say. Any other example? Radish we can say. Potatoes, all those things. So find out more and more examples for this one. Okay? Yeah. Next, water. All the parts of the body, it is storing the water, nutrients. See, nutrients like carbohydrates, cellulose, all those things. Okay, it is going to store in the parenchyma. That is the main function. So you have to see, keep it in your mind. Function is very, very important. That is stores of food, water and nutrients. Next we will see next function characteristic of this parenchyma. Parenchyma with chlorophyll. Where it is found? Already we have studied cell chapter. Where the chlorophyll come in? Which part of the plant the chlorophylls? Chlorophylls we studied in the chloroplast, right? In leaves we can say the chloroplast. Yeah, in leaves we can see the chloroplast. In chloroplast there should be a pigment. It is called as what? We have studied in cell chapter. That is a chlorophyll pigment. Yeah, this chlorophyll pigment, the parenchyma with the chlorophyll. Parenchyma tissues are there. Upon that it has chlorophyll. both are together, then we can call this as a chlorenchyma. Chlorenchyma. See, many terms will come, so you have to pronounce it more and more times. You have to say that word, then only you can get, otherwise it is very difficult. See here, this is a chlorenchyma. How the name comes chlorenchyma? Because it has a chlorophyll. Chlorophyll means chlorenchyma. So parenchyma with the chlorophyll, 1 or 2 mark question it is. The parenchyma with chlorophyll is called as dash, that is chlorenchyma. See, why these chlorenchymas are needed? What is the function of this chlorenchyma? You know that chloroplast is called as what? Chloroplast is the kitchen of the cell. We have studied it is the kitchen of the cell. Kitchen means, you know that in kitchen we are going to prepare the food. Same as that, in chloroplast it is going to prepare the food. So it is help for the photosynthesis. Photosynthesis means it has the chlorophyll, means it is preparing its food. So that we can see the plants in which color? Green color of the plants, because of this chlorenchyma, photosynthesis process, and parenchyma with chlorophyll, all those things. Chloroplast also we have to remember in this. Next, here one more thing, parenchyma with large air space. See here, in between the cells, in between the tissues, there will be a space, empty space. It is for the what? Occupation of, or we can say that occupying gas over there. Okay, so that is giving the buoyancy to the which plants? Can you guess? Which plants are getting the buoyancy because of this parenchyma? That is the floating plants. The lotus we can say that is aquatic plants, water plants, aquatic or water plants. They are getting, or they are having the parenchyma with large air space, so that it is floating in water. Come to know, they are floating in water because of the parenchyma present in that plant, but it has large air space. Whether we can see this parenchyma with large air space in our mango tree, in our coconut tree, in our arecanut tree, or in our banyan tree? No, we can't see, because it is not at all aquatic plants. In aquatic plants we can see the parenchyma with large air space. Next, one more name for that one. We are not calling parenchyma with large air space. We are calling that as an aerenchyma. Name itself indicates that is aerenchyma. Aerenchyma means air. It has a parenchyma with air space. Come to know, parenchyma with air space means we can call the parenchyma. Once again I will repeat this one. The characteristic of parenchyma: provide support to plants, have loosely packed cell found in non-woody or soft areas of the stem, flower, fruits, leaves or roots, function, stores food, water, nutrients. Parenchyma with chlorophyll is called as chlorenchyma. Parenchyma with air space is called as aerenchyma. Yes. Next we'll move to the collenchyma. Yeah, collenchyma means, first point itself, provides mechanical support. What is that mechanical support? So it is giving the mechanical support to straight standing of the plant. Okay, that is a collenchyma. We can see this in almost all plants, because all plants are straightly it is standing, right? So that we can see. Have very little intercellular space. Now what it means? Compared to the parenchyma, it is having the less space between the cells. So here in parenchyma, here one cell, one more cell, there will be a much gap, but here compared to that one, it is having little space. Just imagine, this is one cell, this is one more cell, so here there will be a small space between the cells. This is the difference between the collenchyma and parenchyma. In exam they will ask what is the difference between the parenchyma and collenchyma. That time you have to include this point. This is very important point. Next, It allows easy bending of various part of plants without breaking. What is that? See, this plant is there. I can bend this plant. See, I can bend this plant. Just I will see here. I bended this plant. Just what happened now? Straight standing once again. So if I am going to bend this one, I am leaving my hand. So once again it is standing straight. So this is a flexibility of the plant. It is due to the Kalankaima. This flexibility, fourth point, once again I have written here, flexibility to the plant because of this Kalankaima. It is allows easy bending of various part. What about in leaf? What about in leaf? In leaf also we can twist, see like this, we can bend easily because of this only. See, once I am removing my hand, it is going straight once again. So once again, see here, see this is because of the Kalankaima. Next, found in leaf stalk below the epidermis. So where it is found? It is found in the leaf stalk. Where it is? See here, this is the part. So this is found here. Okay, Kalankaimas are found in leaf stalks below the epidermis. Where is the epidermis now? What is epidermis? Epidermis means nothing but it is the outermost part of the leaf is called as epidermis. Epidermis means that is the outermost part. So we can find just after the what epidermis tissue, the here in leaf stalk, first part, this is here. See, this is a, we can take it out. See, this is the epidermis of leaf stalk. After that we can see this Kalankaima. Come to know students, if you are going to take this epidermis of the leaf stalk, we can see next here this part is a Kalankaima. Come to know, so that sclerenchyma and guard cell, or that is the epidermal tissue, we are going to study in the next class. So that before that, rest will recall what we have studied in today's class. Yes, just will recall what we have studied in today's class, that is tissue. We have studied the definition of tissues. In that we have simply we can say that tissues are nothing but it is the clusters of cells. Next we have studied the plant tissues and animal tissues. In that we have studied the difference between plants and animal tissues. After that we have studied the meristematic tissues and permanent tissue. What are those? They are the further divisions of plant tissues. In that meristematic means what? It is the continuously dividing tissues. Permanent means it is nothing but it is not dividing, or else it stops its meristematic activity. In meristematic tissues there are further division. There are three types, that is apical, lateral and intercalary. So apical means that is found in the apex. Lateral means where? Yesterday we have studied, that is in the lateral part of the plants, and intercalary in between the leaves. Next we have, in today's class we studied permanent tissue. Permanent tissue means that is not dividing cells are there. Next, there are two types, simple permanent and complex permanent. Simple permanent tissues means comprise one types of cell, because it have only one types of cell. Complex means nothing but it have more than two types of, but it should be work a same function, that is a function should be same. Yes. Next, in simple permanent we have studied four types: parenchyma, Kalankaima, sclerenchyma, guard cell or epidermal tissues. We'll see parenchyma. Just will recall, parenchymas are providing support to plants, and it is loosely packed cells are there. Upon that it is found in non-woody, that we have listed number of examples, and it is the function storage of food, water and nutrients we have studied. Next there will be an important point, that is a parenchyma with chlorophyll, parenchyma with air space. Parenchyma with chlorophyll is called as chlorenchyma, that is a chlorophyll, chlorenchyma, that is present in the chloroplast, because all the green leaves, green plants having this one. Next one is the parenchyma with air space, that is giving the buoyancy. What is buoyancy? Floating of plants. I have said the example, lotus plant, any other aquatic plants are having this one, the money plant, one more money plant, we also storing this in aquatic as aquatic plants, so we can see in this also. All the plants, those who are aquatic, we can see this one. Okay, parenchyma, that is all the water plants. Yes, so that I will give you some questions. After recalling, you are able to answer the questions. Now write down the students questions. First question, write down the two types of plant tissues. Second question, what is meristematic tissues? And write down its types of meristematic tissues. And list out the three different parts of the meristematic tissues. Next question, write down the difference between meristematic and permanent tissue. Write down the two types of permanent tissue. List down the different 4 types of simple permanent tissue.